Imagine standing inside a concrete fortress so thick, so heavy, that even the most powerful bombs ever built seem useless against it. Imagine engineers confidently saying, "Nothing can break this!" Now imagine the ground beneath you beginning to move. Not from an earthquake of nature, but from a bomb so powerful it doesn't try to break the roof. It breaks the earth itself. What you're about to hear is one of the most shocking lessons of World War II, where German scientists believed concrete could stop any bomb, until the Allies rewrote the rules of physics. In the early years of the war, Nazi Germany trusted deeply in engineering. German scientists and military planners believed that if you poured enough concrete, stacked enough steel, and buried structures deep enough, nothing in the sky could touch them. This belief gave birth to massive reinforced submarine pens along the coasts of France, Belgium, and Norway. These were not ordinary bunkers. These were concrete monsters, designed to protect U-boats from air raids while they were repaired, refueled, and prepared to sink Allied ships across the Atlantic. Each pen used reinforced concrete roofs up to 12 feet thick. Steel rebar ran through every layer. Some pens had multiple concrete slabs separated by air gaps, designed to absorb impact after impact. German engineers calculated bomb penetration based on everything they knew at the time, and by their math, no Allied bomb could punch through. Conventional bombs exploded on the surface, leaving scorch marks and craters, but the pens stood untouched. To the Germans, this was proof that concrete had won. Pilots from the Royal Air Force would fly dangerous missions over these targets, dropping thousands of bombs, only to watch them bounce, explode, and do almost nothing. Morale suffered. Fuel was wasted. Aircraft were lost, and the submarine pens remained operational. Inside Germany, confidence grew. The belief was simple. Air power had limits, and concrete defined those limits. But war has a way of humbling certainty. While German engineers focused on strength above ground, a small group of Allied scientists began thinking differently. Instead of asking how to break concrete, they asked how to break the ground beneath it. One man in particular, British engineer Barnes the Lease, believed that the problem was not the bunker, but the earth holding it up. Wallace understood something many others ignored. Buildings don't just rely on walls and roofs. They rely on foundations, and foundations rely on stable ground. If that ground could be violently disturbed, even the strongest structure could fail. This idea went against traditional bombing logic. Instead of direct hits, Wallace imagined bombs that would penetrate deep into the earth before detonating, creating underground shockwaves like artificial earthquakes. At first, the idea sounded unrealistic. Bombs that heavy would be difficult to carry. Accuracy would need to be extreme, and no one had ever attempted such a weapon before. But as Allied losses mounted and submarine attacks continued, desperation opened the door to innovation. This is where the story takes a dramatic turn. The result of Wallace's vision was the Tallboy bomb. Weighing around 12,000 pounds, Tallboy was massive by the standards of the time, but its size was only part of the secret. Its shape was long, sleek, and aerodynamic, allowing it to fall at near supersonic speeds. When dropped from high altitude, Tallboy didn't explode on impact. It drilled itself deep into the ground first. Only then did it detonate. The explosion didn't just blast upward, it sent shockwaves through the earth, shifting soil, cracking foundations, and destabilizing structures from below. Buildings weren't shattered by force from above. They collapsed because the ground they trusted betrayed them. When Tallboy was first used, the results shocked everyone. Bunkers that had survived years of bombing suddenly cracked. Walls shifted, roofs sagged. In some cases, entire structures tilted or collapsed without a single hole punched through the concrete roof. German engineers were stunned. Their calculations had never considered this kind of attack. And then came something even bigger. As effective as Tallboy was, von Wallace believed the idea could be pushed further. The answer was Grand Slam, the largest conventional bomb used in World War II, weighing nearly 22,000 pounds. Grand Slam was so heavy that only modified Lancaster bombers could carry it. Crews had to remove armor, guns, and anything unnecessary just to get airborne. When Grand Slam hit, it didn't just shake buildings. It reshaped landscapes. Dropped from extreme altitude, Grand Slam penetrated deep underground before exploding with unimaginable force. The shockwave traveled through rock and soil, breaking foundations like brittle glass. Concrete pens that had once seemed immortal now cracked open, collapsed inward, or became unusable. Doors jammed. Floors buckled. Cranes toppled. Submarine operations were halted not because the roof was destroyed, but because the structure was no longer stable. For German scientists, this was a nightmare scenario. Their strongest defenses had been defeated not by brute force, but by understanding. The Allies had turned physics into a weapon. If you're finding this story fascinating so far, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to World War II. It really helps the channel grow and ensures you don't miss more incredible stories like this one. The psychological impact was just as powerful as the physical damage. German crews no longer felt safe inside their concrete shelters. The sound of bombs drilling into the ground before exploding created a sense of helplessness. You couldn't see the threat. You couldn't stop it. You could only wait and feel the earth move beneath your feet. What made this even more devastating was timing. By 1944, Germany was already under immense pressure. Fuel shortages, manpower losses, and constant Allied bombing stretched resources thin. When the submarine pens began to fail, it directly affected Germany's ability to wage war at sea. U-boats were delayed, damaged, or trapped. The Battle of the Atlantic slowly turned in the Allies' favor. This wasn't just about one weapon. It was about a shift in how wars would be fought. Tallboy and Grand Slam proved that no structure was invincible. It showed future military planners that underground shock, not surface destruction, could be the key to defeating hardened targets. Even today, many of those submarine pens still stand, cracked but present, silent reminders of confidence shattered by innovation. Some are museums now, others sit abandoned. Massive concrete shells scarred by forces their creators never imagined. The lesson is powerful. Technology doesn't always advance by making things stronger. Sometimes it advances by finding smarter ways to break what already exists. As you listen to this story, remember that World War II wasn't only fought by soldiers on battlefields. It was fought by engineers, scientists, and thinkers who challenged assumptions. German scientists believed concrete could stop any bomb. They were right, until someone decided not to fight the concrete at all. Instead, the Allies shook the world beneath it. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of the most incredible engineering battles of World War II, make sure to comment below and share this video with someone who loves history as much as you do. Your comments and shares help WorldWarTwoOffical reach more people. And they tell us which stories you want to hear next. Because history isn't just about what happened. It's about how ideas changed the course of the world.